free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it, you're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR, S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenating, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go from Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prum Prum Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agent, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghanaman Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7. The best radio show. The best radio show. Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
All around the world. In your car.
At work.
At home.
On your smartphone.
Hi there, this is CJ Buckman, your life coach. And whenever I'm in London, I listen to Starr Radio UK right here. But guess what? You can listen to wherever you are.
Body is your man. Bekutu, show them you got the cocoa set. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Harry Song, aka Mr. Songs. This is the Kingmaker Baba for the girls. We're here. This is Starr Radio. We don't go nowhere. UK, London. We call them London for home. For here, we call them London. And that's how you know. Just have fun and stay blessed.
Broadcasting live online.
The best radio show. Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
All around the world. In your car.
At work.
At home.
On your smartphone.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Are you ready to turn it up?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Hey there, this is Archie, and it's Starr Radio UK and the morning show.
This is Starr Radio. This is UK. Starr Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK.
Welcome.
Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
Enlighten your day with Starr Radio. Starr Radio. Radio for the people, by the people.
Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you, wherever you might be on planet Earth, and those of you on other planets as well. We want to salute each and every one of you and welcome you to the Monday edition of the morning show. Today is the 10th day of June, the year 2024, with a time exactly 10:49 from the House of London. And let me say good morning to you if you have tuned in this morning, wherever you might be. A special one to my baby brother all the way in Cape Town, South Africa. Eben, I hope you are doing very, very well, and thanks for waking me up this morning. With your messages. But wherever you are tuned in this morning, let me say good morning to my able producer, Mr. Francis Guy. Francis, good morning. HRH Linda Pallien, good morning to you all the way in Cyprus. And let me say good morning to Mr. Yawin Temefri. He was on the show. I said, well, he was watching, or he joined in, or shared in last Friday. Yes, as I did say, we're going to be looking into bringing you some political time, because we know that Ghana is going to the polls as well, while the UK is going to the polls. When we say we're going, Charlie, some less than 6 weeks or 8 weeks, boom, boom, boom. But when it comes to Africa, Ghana to be specific, it takes a bit of time, whole year, and then we are campaigning. But yes, as I did say, I'll make sure that I bring you all that you need to know pertaining to that. So let me say morning to all the MPP, all the NDC, all the ACP, all the PPP, all the people, all the politicians back in Ghana. I salute each and every one of you. Bishop Adesina, all the way in Lagos, Nigeria. Massive good morning to you. I hope you are doing very, very well. And all your colleagues at the RBS office in Lagos, Nigeria. I salute each and every one of you there. I say once again, welcome to the program. Maybe Sekufu, good morning to you. Anthony Adedeji, good morning. Aziz, good morning. Sir Maxwell, good morning. Yes. And our special envoy to Moscow. I say massive good morning to you. You know yourself. And then let me say massive good morning to Mr. Malik Dramani Mahama. Good morning to you, and to all you wonderful people who have tuned in this morning to listen to us. Yes, I remain yours sincerely, the one and only.
This is the morning show with Archie.
All right, Kojo, good morning to you. Felix, good morning. And then Mr. Dantebre, CEO of GI Accountancy Service, our money man, massive good morning to you all. KB Bossman, massive good morning to you. And to Deaconess Jen, who represented the Lady to Lady Conference 2024. Team on the Starr Radio UK Faith Talk program that was presented to you yesterday by KB Bossman. Salute you. Prophet Samuel Atanga, massive good morning to you as well. And to all those people, every one of you who tuned in yesterday, listening and watching and enjoying the program that we brought your way as well. Let me say good morning to Perry in the house, Emmanuel in the house as well, and my able producer, Mr. Francis Guy there as well. So wherever you are tuning in this morning, do a massive favor, take one step further, share the broadcast with your friends and loved ones, and invite them to like our pages. Especially good morning and a happy birthday goes to the one and only Mara Princess. I hope you are doing very, very well. Today is your big day, and I hope that the exams are going very well as well. I know today you are chilling, whatever you are doing. I say massive good morning to you, and may God continue to open doors unto you, and may you fulfill your destiny. Okay then, so now let's move on to the program outline. I'm going to bring you the quote for the day, the weather forecast will follow suit, then the travel update. We'll move on from there to have a look at some of the stories making the rounds. It's known as global trotting. Then after that, we'll move on from then, looking at the details of all the stories making the round. At 11:45, the lines are open for you to hop in to add your voice to the discussion. Then at 12 o'clock, I take you to Cyprus, where our own HRH Linda Pallien is to bring you Career 101. At 12:30, the curtains are brought down for the end of the program. So in a gist, that's what's going to happen today. So wherever you are, as I do say all the time, from archaeology to zoology, from Accra to Zanzibar, if it's making the headlines alone, be rest assured I'm going to touch on it. So once again, welcome on board.
Archie on Starr Radio. Nobody does it better.
All right, so let's crack on. The quote for the day says, success comes by work, and not just any work, but hard and smart work. And that is very, very, very true. My Bishop Adesina, good morning once again. Good morning once again for joining us. Yes, this morning, and your colleagues at the RBS office as well. I salute each and every one of you there. Yes, thank God that you are all well and kicking. And as we saw on this platform, Nigeria has not happened to you. Yeah, good. Okay, let's crack on. Let me now bring you what the weather is saying here in the southeast, but bringing you everything in general first, and then we'll move on from there. Mr. Lai Nkoiki, massive good morning to you, sir. I hope you are doing very, very well. Okay, so the weather for today or this week, I'm going to be seeing lots of rain down south here. I mean, the whole of the UK, I think sometime today, but I don't know whether Mr. Francis Guy was telling me that we need the summer, and I said, well, that's all that you've got. But what do you think? Maybe summer is going to come later. Yeah, we are still in spring. Now, this afternoon, we'll see patchy cloud and sunny spells with a chance of scattered showers. Some of these heavy and perhaps locally thundery, cool and breezy. Now, tonight will turn dry. A few patches of cloud will linger for a time, but clear spells will become lengthier through the night, eventually becoming mainly clear. In the early hours, a cool night expected as well. Top temperature is going to be 15 degrees. The lowest is going to be 7 degrees. And then pollen level is going to be high. And then UV levels moderate. Pollution is going to be low. Sunset 21:17 and sunrise for tomorrow morning 04:44 hours. Now Tuesday, we're going to be a mixture of cloud and sunshine like today. Top temperature 16 degrees, the lowest 8 degrees. Now Wednesday seems to be one that I think will be good for us, and that is 17 degrees tops. It's a mixture of cloud and sunshine, so maybe rain minimal. And then the lowest is going to be 8 degrees. Thursday, showers. That is top temperature is going to be 17 degrees, the lowest 13 degrees. Now Friday, a mixture of cloud and rain. Top temperature 18 degrees, the lowest 11 degrees. Saturday, the 15th, yes, cloud and rain again. Top temperature 18 degrees, the lowest 12 degrees. Then comes Sunday, a mixture of cloud, rain, and sunshine. And top temperature is going to 20 degrees and the lowest 11 degrees. So, in a summary, that's what you're going to be seeing as per the weather for the week. It is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. So I'm taking you straight to our travel updates as well. And let me say it this way: keep your eyes on the roads, as you keep it navigated. I promise I'm on the Starr Radio UK travel update that comes to every weekday from 10:40. It's now exactly what 10:57, and what has the travels got there? So on the underground this morning, apart from the Elizabeth line that is experiencing minor delays due to an earlier 40 train at Tottenham Court Road, all the others are running a good service. London Overground and London Trambling good service, but DLR is also experiencing minor delays between Canning Town and Beckton due to an earlier 40 train at Custom House. Good service on all other routes though. And then moving you straight to the major roads in London. What have I got for you there? On the major roads in London as well, A24, A316, A4 and Central London Red routes are experiencing serious delays, so if you can avoid them, do your best to do so. However, if you are not, continue to stay tuned, and I promise you one thing for sure: as and when there are any changes, I'll bring it to the fore. And I'm saying good morning to Mr. Frank Davis as well. Now on the river bus as well, RB1, RB2, RB4, RB6, Thames River Services and Willitrery are experiencing have good service there. And then London Cable Car, good service, bringing us straight to the final segment of the travel update, that is the National Rail. But as we say here on this platform, continue to keep your eyes on the roads as to keep you navigated. So on the National Rail this morning, first haul trains, now Gatwick Express, Grand Central, Great Northern, London North Eastern Railway, Lumo, Northern Rail and Thameslink are experiencing minor delays. However, ScotRail is running or is providing special service, so please check before you leave. And that is why I will say it once again: good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth. Enjoy your commute for today, but you know what? Continue to keep those eyes where? on the roads. Okay, let's take a commercial break. We come back and we continue with the program. Don't you go away.
Experience at the 15th year anniversary of our Christian Premier Lady to Lady Conference 2024, themed Clothed in Grace. You'll be clothed in grace, revived, set ablaze, and become a blessing to others. Join us at the prestigious Fairfield Concert Theatre Hall in Croydon, Greater London, on Saturday, June 15th, 2024. Doors open at 10 a.m. Admission is free, but registration is required. It's where miracles happen, lives are transformed, hope is restored, and stories are forever changed. Our story mirrors that of Mary and Elizabeth, two ordinary chosen women who gave birth to greatness. Meet Mel and her mum, whose relationship blossomed into a beautiful friendship and thriving business partnership, thanks to a powerful moment of forgiveness at the Lady to Lady Conference in Croydon. Chuck and Constance defied the odds and became proud parents after attending Lady to Lady, truly a catalyst for a baby boom. Come and witness the miraculous. Attendees have reported seeing breast lumps disappear after our conference. From despair to success, stories like Evelyn's remind us that there's hope even in our darkest moments. Join us as attendees share their journeys of overcoming adversity and excelling in life. Experience the power of faith and transformation at Lady to Lady. Our conference has revitalized ministries and sparked profound spiritual turnarounds. Love also finds its way at Lady to Lady. Fiona received a marriage proposal just 4 months after attending the conference. Today, she's happily married. Join other amazing ladies at our annual conference and be part of the next chapter of miracles and transformations. Reserve your spot today for Clothed in Grace. Visit www.ladytoladyglobal.org or call us at 0203-983-9394 or find us on Eventbrite. Just in case you're wondering, is this for me? Yes, it is for you. See you there.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Welcome back to the program Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Bringing the time now to exactly 2 minutes past the top of the hour. Before we go on, well, the Lady to Lady conference is taking place. So was it taking place when? Taking place in London. And that is this coming Saturday. Lady to Lady conference. You are invited to our 15th annual Women's Conference 2024 theme, Clothed in Grace. The place of the event takes place at the Fairfield Theatre Concert Hall in Croydon, the postcode CR91DG, on Saturday the 15th of June. Doors open exactly at 10 a.m. Now, for further information, you can scan the QR code or visit www.ladytoladyglobal.org. All right then. And then also on the 22nd and the 23rd of 22nd and 23rd of June, it is all coming your way. Presentation from Faith Revival Assembly. They present Free to Worship, featuring Reverend Bruce Gatti, aka Uncle Atu, and then also Minister Ken and Cheshire and Cheska. Okay. Also ministering will be the Faith Revival Assembly Choir, that is the FRA Choir, FRA Choir, and Glorious Temple Choir, Resurrection of the Resurrection and Living Bread International Ministries. Now, the date is 22nd June from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. and also the 23rd of June, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Well, the event is taking place at Broadmead Primary School, 366 Sydenham Road, Croydon. The postcode is CR02EA. Host, Reverend and Lady Reverend Anand. So make a date with them where that event takes place. All right then. It's all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time exactly now to 4 minutes past the top of the hour. And let's now go global trotting. What have I got for you? Immigration officer back 7 years in jail for passport fraud. A fuel price can crash to 300 naira per liter. If refinery owners, that's what refinery owners are saying, association are saying. APC chieftain Oyintolayi appeals to Tinubu to stop exit of multinational companies. Tinubu appoints Nkiruka Maduekwe, Director General of National Council of Climate Change. And in Nigeria refinery, Dangote has achieved what nations, continents can't. Now, how come that a whole nation could not run our own, but we have an individual who say it's going to be doing so? So maybe we need to give the national refineries to individuals to run it, and have the states to have a stake in it, and that maybe will bring the cost and of fuel price, especially in Nigeria, down. Well, what is the sense in, really crude oil, shipping it, letting it be refined, and then sold back to you at a higher price? What is the sense in that? Now, Shatima Achiko differ over Tinubu's role in former VP's political career, and Owando stakes $550 million in NNPCL crude oil deal with Afrexim Bank. Nigeria ramps up agricultural export by 123%. Okay. Let's see more about that. Labour may resume strike Tuesday after rejecting 62,000 insists on 250. And Ikorodu Land Judgment Court to hear fresh application on June 13. We'll be bringing you more about that. Remember back in the day when the case was going on, Mr. Olami Koiki was reporting live for Starr Radio UK. Okay. Yeah. All right. So we'll do our best to see whether we can bring you all that as the program unfolds. But moving on to other African countries to look at some of the stories making the rounds. The Sudanese children keep their dreams alive despite ravaging war, and the hundreds rally in Ghana over power outages. We'll be bringing you more details about that. Well, Doomso, this one is Doom. I don't know whichever it is, but well. What's happening? And the issue that I do ask, I do actually touch on is that who will want their government to be unpopular that way? But it looks like people do sabotage things, and then so is it sabotage or what exactly is happening there? Well, more coming your way. In other stories making the rounds as well, Haiti new leader faces health scare. What's wrong with him? How many days ago he was sworn in? We'll be telling you more about that. Maybe the pressure of that country is having its toll on him. So coming away from Starr Radio UK. Galamsey cases involving Chinese are thrown out over difficult finding interpreters. Forestry Commission is saying, Really? Okay. Otunfo has donated 500,000 Ghana cedis to support Ghana Education Fund. That's good of him. And Napo commends Gamanche for efforts in building bridges between ethnic groups. Let's see if he's doing so. Why not? Together we stand. And then Yvonne Nelson, Domelo, and others at hashtag Doomstop must stop demonstration. Well, as we say, we know that Domino, they will say, well, it's because it's associated with the NDC, and that's why, and then they are pushing for that agenda. But what do you think? Update on police investigation into violent disturbances at Ewutu Senya East. Well. Listeners, this is Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. In other stories as well, city to end 2024 at 15.91 Ghana cedis to $1. That's what reports are saying. Is that good? Is that bad? Okay, free Wi-Fi saga. How PPA approved 84 million Ghana cedis contract to unqualified company. Whoops. Well. It's all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. One other story from Ghana, and then we move on. Cecilia Dapa's cash. My government will do everything possible to retrieve such. It's quite interesting when we have the moment you are in opposition, you are fighting, saying everything, I'm going to do that and we'll do that. You come into power and people point finger at some corruption deals that is going on, and we say, give us the evidence. So what happens? Well, Mama is saying that, you know what? He is going to make sure that he retrieves any money or such. So if you cannot define or, explain where you got the money from, it's going to be confiscated for the state. So coming away from Starr Radio UK. In other parts of the world as well, yesterday seemed to be, and then people were like, okay, exactly what is happening in Europe? Well, Macron gambles on election after French far right win both center right and holds in EU vote. In France, the National Rally won more than double the vote of President Macron's centrist alliance, and he's now called for an election, a snap election. It's going to be taking place within 21 days. So let's see. Has he actually shot himself in the foot? Well, more going to be coming your way. And Macron takes huge risks with surprise election. Now, Israeli War Cabinet Minister Benny Gantz quits emergency government. Why has he? We'll be telling you more about that. Now, widow of IS leader reveals details of their life together. I'll try to see whether I can bring you more about that. Gaza Health Ministry says Israeli hostage rescue killed 274 Palestinians. Now, have Milei first 6 months improved the Argentine economy? That is the question on the lips of most people. He is said to be one who doesn't. I'm going to be telling you more about that. In other stories here in the UK, CCTV shows mostly near where his body was found, and the struggle for justice in one English town. It's one of the stories making the rounds. Douglas Ross to resign as leader of Scottish Conservatives. Now, the other time he was saying that he was contesting in another seat now, so he has to make up his mind. If you are going on, go on. If you don't, and you want to step out of it, get out of it. But what do you think about all that? It's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. Lib Dems have launched general election manifesto with pledges on NHS and social care. This and a lot more going to be coming your way in the next few moments. So wherever you are, don't you go away. Don't turn it down. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Lots more might come your way during the course, but for now, let's enjoy this song. It is from Makafui Dao, featuring Ajabia, Makafui and Ajabia, and it says, enough. What is enough? God is enough for me. Enjoy it, and I'll be with you.
Satisfaction you can never find in yourself or in another human's eyes. It tried everything, but what joy did it bring? You thought you were feeling high, but you were living a lie. I doubted when they told me that you could make it right. I knew it wouldn't be easy, but I knew it'll turn out right. Looked into myself and the emptiness inside. Tell me, can you feel me? How are you enough for me? Enough for me? Would you satisfy me completely? I want to believe you are all that I need, my God. Enough for me.
Who'd have ever thought that I'd find someone like you who loves me unconditionally like the way you do? Every single day I wake up and I pray that your mercy and your grace will find me in all kinds of ways. So in those darkest times, like Daniel in the den, or even if it's like Lazarus who was dead and in the grave, I'm gonna look up to the hills like David did to you and cry out with all faith in me that God, you're
all around the world. In your car,
At work,
at home,
on your smartphone.
This is Starr Radio UK.
I've come to believe you are all that I need, my God, enough for me.
Enough for me, enough for me. You satisfy me completely. I've come to believe you are all that I need, my God. Enough for me. You did not let go of me. You said you will take care of me. And my days have never seen the righteous abandoned or forsaken. No.
Jesus Christ stepped in for me when he died on Calvary. He supplied my every need and proved without a doubt he's enough for me. Enough for me. He satisfies me completely. I've come to believe you're all that I need. God, you're enough.
This is Starr Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK.
Bonam, Edi bonam le, Luciano Meva Bobina, Ewe Kumia Nyamabu, Esu bonam Mawu, Esu bonam you're enough for me. You're enough for me. You're enough for me.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, J&M Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact J&M Spa on 00233244941 002 or 00233200606 and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Star Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say Orta, you say fire.
Welcome back to the program. This is Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to 20 minutes past the top of the hour. So let's crack on, even as we bring you the details of the stories that is making the rounds this morning. So let's kick it off from where? Now, an immigration officer in Nigeria, a former Nigerian Immigration Service staff, Quadri Ismail Adeyinka, has been convicted of passport fraud by the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission. The conviction was handed down by Justice Jude Owegbozi of the Federal Capital Territory High Court in Abuja. According to the ICPC, Adeyinka was arraigned on 4 counts of fraud, including gratification, conferment of corrupt advantage and cheating. The charges stemmed from a complaint filed by OV Justice Ojefia, who alleged that Adeyinka had defrauded him of 100,000 naira under the guise of regularizing his international passport. The ICPC investigation found that Adeyinka had received the payment from Ojefia but failed to deliver on his promise. Instead, he allegedly used the money for personal gains. The court found Adeyinka guilty on all 4 counts and sentenced him to a total of 19 years in prison. The sentence are to run concurrently with 7 years for count 1 and 2, 5 years for count 4, and 2 years for count 3. The ICPC investigation and prosecution of the case marked another significant victory in their fight against corruption in Nigeria. Somebody say these ones are the small flies that you are tackling, but they are big. They are big flies that we need to hunt. Apologies. Now, pump price of premium motor spirit, commonly known as petrol, has the potentiality of crashing to about 300 naira per liter with the onset of large-scale production by the Dangote Petroleum Refinery and other local producers, according to the Crude Oil Refinery Owners Association of Nigeria, a registered body of modular and conventional refinery companies. In a statement, it is easy to achieve the price drop if the federal government provides adequate crude oil to local refiners. They said that the foreign refineries are currently profiting at Nigeria's expense. Now, current publicity secretary Iche Idoko said the Dangote refinery, when it begins full production, will have positive impact on the prices. He said that if local refineries receive sufficient crude oil, Nigerians could see petrol prices drop to 300 naira per liter compared to the current price of 700 per liter. Now, Idoko criticized the current system that benefits international refiners and called for crude oil to be sold to local refineries at the naira equivalent of the dollar rate. This, he argued, will help strengthen the naira and reduce costs of consumer currently. Nigeria has 25 licensed modular refineries, with 5 in operation and producing various products including diesel and kerosene. However, many plants are facing significant challenges, particularly in securing crude oil, which hampers their ability to obtain necessary financing. In May 2024, Aliko Dangote announced that his refinery's production plan will eliminate Nigeria's need to import petrol by June. The refinery, which has already impacted diesel prices, aims to meet the fuel needs of West Africa and beyond. Now, oil marketers like the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria have expressed optimism about lower petrol prices with local production. However, they noted that specific pricing details from the Dangote refinery are still pending. Now, IPMAN President Abubakar Magandi said these marketers are hoping for prices at about 500 naira per litre, lower than the current NNPC rate of 565 per litre. Regulatory bodies have also indicated support for ensuring a consistent supply of crude oil to domestic refiners, which is expected to further stabilize and reduce petroleum products prices in the country. Listeners, it's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. So the President of the Senate and Chairman of the National Assembly, Godswill Akpabio, at the weekend led the Senate leadership to the 650,000 barrels per day Dangote Petroleum Refinery in Lagos, saying the President of the Dangote Group, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, has achieved a feat where nations and continents have failed. He described the refinery as ninth wonder of the world, saying Dangote has shamed and provided the doubting Thomases wrong by proved the doubting Thomases wrong by completing the refinery in record time. Akpabio, who was joined by his deputy Jibrin Baru, Senate leader Opeyemi Bamidele, Tokumbo Abiru, and a host of others, assured the National Assembly will give the refinery what it took to protect the project. It's one that Nigeria and indeed Africa should take the ownership of and protect jealously. Now, while commending Alhaji Dangote for completing the construction of the largest single train refinery in the world in record time, Akpabio noted that the ordinary residence of Nigeria's vice president could not be completed until after 14 years. It's quite interesting because you look at such thing that when it comes to doing things for the state, we abysmal performance. But when individuals are doing their own thing, like in this case, Dangote, I mean, looking at various investors in this project and stuff like that, he's saying that look, it was a massive concentration on that, and it's come out and proved all the doubting Thomases wrong. So let's see what the what we call them, the various organizations will do to help project this project this particular venture for it to benefit Nigerians and Africa as a whole. In other stories making the round this morning, the APC chieftain Oyintiloye appeals to Tinubu to stop exit of multinational companies. Now, Honorable Olatunbosun Oyintiloye, a chieftain of the All Progressive Congress, had described the recent exit of multinational companies from Nigeria as a worrisome development. Oyintiloye appealed to the President Bola Tinubu to do everything possible to improve the economy and attract more investment to the country, rather than for the ones operating within her territory to also exit. Now, the APC chieftain made the remarks while speaking with a newsman on Sunday in Oshogbo. Now, Oyintiloye, a former lawmaker, said the continuous exit of multinational companies in Nigeria, if not checked, could lead to reduction in foreign investment inflows, massive job losses, reduction in economic output, among others. The APC chieftain said the recent announcement by Kimberly Clark, a multinational and makers of Haggis, that they plan to exit the country is a worrisome development. But the question is, can't they get local industry to produce that and produce it to that quality as well, or that standard? Okay. He also said the GlaxoSmithKline Consumer Nigeria PLC, French pharmaceutical company, Sanoventis Nigeria Limited, and Procter and Gamble, among others, have shut down their operation fully or partially. According to him, in 2023, Unilever stopped the production of its legendary Omo, Sunlight, and Lux home and skincare brands in a bid to cut costs as to concentrate on higher growth opportunities. Now, Oyinti Loyi, who noted that the exit of these multinational companies does not only affect manufacturing alone, said that the oil sector was also affected. According to him, no fewer than 26 oil companies and investment pulled out and sold their stakes to domestic investors. Now, this include influential oil mining multinationals such as Shell, ExxonMobil, and ENI, he said. Now, these companies left mainly because of heightened insecurity in the Niger Delta and inability of the government to provide their counterpart funds to enable the joint venture agreement to explore and exploit new oil fields. Well, so now that they've exited, who are taking their places and what are they going to be doing about that? It's all coming your way from Star Radio UK. 29 minutes past the top of the hour, the morning show, the program. Unbalanced comparison. Northern groups slam Peter Obi over comment on South Africa elections. The Northern Awareness Network has slammed the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, for his comment on the recent South African election. Obi had compared the electoral processes of both Nigeria and South Africa, lamenting the disparities in transparency. However, the Northern group has dismissed his comparison as misleading and ridiculous. In a statement, the group chairman, Salihu Suleiman, explained that the South Africa has a long history of democracy, having undergone significant political reforms over several decades. In contrast, he said Nigeria only transitioned to democracy in 1999 after years of military rule. Now, Suleiman argued that Obi's attempt to juxtapose the electoral experiences of both countries demonstrate a lack of understanding of their respective political landscape. The two countries are at different stages of democratic development, and it will be more prudent to focus on addressing the specific challenges facing the Nigerian electoral system rather than drawing unwarranted comparison, he said. The group added that the Nigerian electoral system is still in its infancy, and comparing it to South Africa, more mature democracy, is inaccurate and unfair to Nigerian people who have been working diligently to build a functioning democracy. Obi has been urged to focus on addressing the specific challenges facing the Nigerian electoral system rather than drawing unwarranted comparison. Now, if you look at the developments in Nigeria as per when it comes to advancement in technology and stuff like that, well, we can say that South Africa is more advanced. It's the more advanced economy on the African continent than all the other African countries. Now, by looking at 1999, when South Africa, when Nigeria now attained or decided to go to another civilian rule, and Nigerians after a long military rule. The thing is, if we are ready to embrace change can be done. But when you see that blatantly we failed, when we say we have to do things transparently, and people are seeing that because it's benefiting them, they decide, no, we don't want to do that. And somebody comes and put that case across, and you say, you know what, you can't be comparing us with them. Then I don't seem to understand it, because we fail to embrace change, development, especially when it comes to elections. Because we know that once we embrace those things, it will affect our electoral fortunes, and that is what Africans don't want to do. But don't you worry, I'll bring you my tune once I'm done with that. Well, the Vice President Kashim Shettima and his predecessor Atiku Abubakar deferred yesterday over a role President Bola Tinubu played in Atiku's political surgeon. Shettima, a former governor of Borno State, said Tinubu supported and helped Atiku to emerge presidential candidate in 2007. He has harassed, intimidated, dehumanized, and chased out of the People's Democratic Party. But Atiku, a former vice president, a PDP presidential candidate in the 2023, countered his successor's claim, stating that Tinubu benefited immensely from his that is Atigo's goodwill, which salvaged Tinubu's political career as a former governor of Lagos State. The former vice president also said the platform on which he contested the 2007 election was Action Congress, which was a coalition of Advanced Congress of Democratic Democrats formed by mainly the PDM members and other associated and Tinubu's faction of AD. Now, speaking at the launch of third expanded national MSMEs clinics and commissioning of some 4 projects in Edo Ekiti, the Ekiti state capital, Shatima said President Tinubu and the people of Southwest were instrumental to the emergence of former President Muhammadu Buhari as candidate of the All Progressive Congress and his victory at the 2015 presidential polls. However, while describing Tinubu as a very veritable sanctuary for victims of political witch hunt, he said, when Atiku Abubakar was harassed, intimidated, dehumanized, and chased out of the People's Democratic Party, it was the Budillion he ran to for support, and it was Budillion that he got the needed support, and he contested for the presidency of this country. So the Budillion is Tinubu. That's what they call him. Wow. So let's see, is that true? So are they trying to say that one good turn deserves another, and that is why, or that is what is going on in Nigeria? 11:35 the time. Starr Radio UK, the station. Let me try to bring you one final one, and then we move on from Nigeria to other stories. As I did say, as at 12 o'clock, we'll be taking you to Cyprus, where HRH Linda Pallien is all ready to fire on all cylinders. But let's move on. Now, organized labor in Nigeria, of course, insists that 250,000 naira minimum wage, or they're going to be giving update on a strike date. The organized labor has rejected a 62,000 naira offer by the federal government and proposals by some individuals and economists of 100,000. The labor union say it stands by its demand for a minimum wage of 250,000. Chris Onyeka, Assistant General Secretary of the Nigerian Labour Congress, gave the update on the TV station this morning. According to him, Labour will not accept any starvation wage below 250,000. But earlier on, they were asking for more than 600,000, right? Now, Onyeka said that the current minimum wage of 30,000 can no longer cater to the well-being of an average Nigerian worker, citing the high cost of living and the need for a living wage. Now, Onyeka said, we have never considered accepting 62,000 or any other wage that we know is below what we know is able to take Nigeria workers home. We will not negotiate a starvation wage. We never contemplated 100,000 naira, let alone 62,000. We are still at 250,000 naira. That is where we are, and that is what we considered enough concession to the government and other social partners in this particular situation. We are not just driven by frivolities, but the realities of the marketplace, realities of the things we buy every day: bag of rice, yam, gari, and all of the other stuff. Now, the further update that the 1 week grace period given to the federal government to meet labor's demand expires on Tuesday, June 11. According to him, if the government fails to act, labor will meet to decide on the resumption of the nationwide industrial action. Interesting, isn't it? Well, we're following very, very closely. We hope that they break this stalemate, and then hopefully we have things resolved and we move on from there. But until then, we'll see what happens. It's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. Well, health facilities have been looted and fighting intensifies in Darfur. The notorious Rapid Support Forces paramilitary group fighting Sudan's military for over a year fired shots and looted a health facility. It's one of the stories making the rounds there. An international aid group has said the RSF attacked the South Hospital in Al Fasher, the capital city of North Darfur province, on Sunday, opening fire on medical staff and patients, Doctors Without Borders said in the statement. This came as the group intensified as its offensive, to try and wrest control of the city. The military last stronghold in the sprawling Darfur region. 2 weeks of fighting last month in and around El Fasher has killed more than 120,000. Of course, you see this and you come to that understanding that all that is going on, war, that is money. That is money for some people. And they are looking at how they will be rubbing their hands, all their palms, all the way to the bank with the arms and ammunition that they are selling to these ones. And also how they can, after the war, help or be in the construction bit where reconstruction and stuff like that is going to be going on, or getting some mines or something where natural resources they can also lay their hands on. But it's quite interesting. But moving on, a new episode in the row between the West African neighbors who have trading accusations of hostility since May. This week, Benin arrested 5 Nigerian nationals on accusation of entering the port of Seme illegally. Now, Nigeria responded by accusing Benin of kidnapping staff of its oil company, who it said were at the port to witness the loading of an oil shipment. Now, Benin claims 2 of the detainees are agents of Nigeria's army junta and that they use fake documents to access the facility. The port of Seme has become a flashpoint in relations between the neighbors. Now, landlocked Nigeria runs a pipeline from its oil fields to the port where its crude unloaded oils are loaded into tankers for export. But in May, Benin blocked the shipment of oil, accusing Niamey of refusing to reopen its border to trade. The blockade on oil shipment was later lifted following China's intervention. Now, Nigeria shut its borders following an army takeover last July, and Benin has since reopened its side of the border and has requested Nigeria to do the same. But Nigeria accuses Benin of hosting French troops on its soil, which it says is seeking to destabilize it. A catch-22 situation. Now, if they allow the borders to be open, what happens? Will the French troops invade and take over? What exactly is happening there? You want to know more? Stay tuned, and I'm going to bring you more on that front. It's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. Now, do we mean to say that there are no interpreters when it comes to French, the Chinese in Ghana? Haven't we taken lots of people to study Mandarin? Or what exactly? Okay, my apologies there. The Greater Accra Forestry Commission has disclosed that cases involving Chinese illegal miners, also known as galamsey, are thrown out for lack of interpreters in the court. The Deputy Accra Regional Manager of the Forestry Commission, George Agbenwoshi, disclosed this during a tree planting exercise in Accra as part of activities to mark the Green Ghana Day. Now, issues of cases that have been there over years without being addressed, issues of mining involving Chinese that need an interpreter to interpret the language in the Chinese language, that's Mandarin. We find it difficult to get an interpreter. Therefore, such cases are thrown out of the court. As a result of that, Mr. Agbenuwashi stated. According to him, there are other issues that hamper the activities in the sector, such as delay in releasing funds, among others. We also have issues with the timely release of funds for forest development activities, including plantation activities in our sector, including plantation activities. Okay, now logistics such as pickups for field operating activities are various challenges we cannot write home about. It makes it difficult to fight forest offenses such as galamsey activities, which have been ongoing, bushfire, illegal logging, illegal lumbering, and chainsaw activities across the country, Mr. Agbanoshi stated. So how many people who speak Mandarin are in Ghana? And if you go to what do they call that organization, Institute of Languages? I remember back in the day I used them when we were doing the VAT project. Before VAT was introduced in Ghana, we had to do lots of educational campaign, and they are one of the entities that we went to for interpretation. Where they translate. Are they saying that we don't have any people speaking in Mandarin there that the courts can take on, or is it lack of the ability, or the willfulness to even pursue a case against them because they hail from China and because we have our hands in the mouth of the Chinese? What exactly is happening? Well, Starr Radio UK, 11:44 the time, selling Ghana. Well, actress Yvonne Nelson and John DeMello and their team has successfully organized the Doomsaw Must Stop demonstration in Accra. The demonstration started at the University of Ghana and ended at Accra Mall, where the leaders addressed the members. The group contends that the intermittent power cuts, locally known as Doomsaw, are adversely affecting her business, and therefore the need for demonstration to send a signal to the government. Now, lots of pictures there. But what do you think about all that? Why would government deliberately decide that they don't want their country to enjoy electricity so that will also make them unpopular? That's a question that I do ask others as well. But well, who knows? This is Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Research firm IC Securities has revised its end of 2024 US dollar to Ghana cedi rate to 15.91 Ghana cedis to a US dollar from its initial forecast of 13. This is, it said, is based on the current macroeconomic environment. Now, following the unexpected cut in the policy rate by the Bank of Ghana in January 2024, we indicated our deferred inclination to raise our forecast for the US dollar, Ghana cedi, FedEx, or foreign exchange. Now, rates, as we foresaw, strong selling pressure on the local currency. Our decision to delay the revision to our forecast until mid-year was anchored on expected program-related inflows and the final tranche of the cocoa indicated loan for 2023-2024. However, these inflows did not fully materialize, while the GHS Ghana cedi supply overwhelmed the market. That the Ghana cedi, the subsequent adjustment to banks' cash reserve requirement exerted a limited squeeze on local currency liquidity, as banks mostly converted their maturing Bank of Ghana securities into CRR positions. Additionally, the seeming physical expansion via the clearance of contractor arrears continued to propagate the Ghana cedi liquidity in the forex market, with a resultant pressure on local currency, IC Security has explained. So 15 to 91 per dollar. What would the pounds be? Listeners, it is all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's move on to some of the other stories making the rounds in the international world. As I did say earlier on, if you want to hop in, feel free to hop in, because exactly in the next 12 minutes I will take you into Cyprus, where our own HRH Linda Pallien is to bring you Career 101. Okay. French President Emmanuel Macron has called a snap parliamentary election after a far-right party made gains in the European election this weekend. In France, the National Rally won more than double the votes of Macron's centrist alliance. He went on to say, "I cannot act as if nothing had happened," Macron said, announcing his decision on Sunday night. The parliamentary election will take place on the 30th of June and 7th of July. Macron's own position as president is not at stake. Now, elsewhere in the European election, European Commission Chief Ursula von der Leyen said the center is holding, but far-right parties made gains in Italy, Austria, and Germany, as 360 million eligible voters chose 720 new members of the European Parliament. Now, is it that they are saying they want to also leave? But the mayor of Paris says she is having difficulty understanding why President Macron chose to call parliamentary election just weeks before the city hosts the Olympic Games. The ballot will take place across 2 rounds on the 30th and the 7th of July, while the Olympics will get underway on the 26th of July. And Hidalgo, a member of the Scottish Socialist Party, which opposes Macron's, described the president's decision as another move I am having difficulty understanding. Like a lot of people, I was stunned to hear the president decide to do a dissolution, she says. The dissolution just before the games is really something that is extremely unsettling. However, the president of the International Olympic Committee, Thomas Bach, says France's political leaders are united in their support of the games, and he has seen no indications of whatsoever that this unity would break now. France is used to holding elections. They will do it more. They will do it one more time. There will be a new government and everyone will support the Olympics, he says. Well, so let's see what's going to happen on that front. But what would have pushed the French president to embark on a snap election of the sort? It's quite interesting. But it's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. Now, Israel's War Cabinet Minister Benny Gantz has quit the emergency government in a sign of deepening divisions over Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's post-conflict plans for Gaza. Now, speaking during a news conference in Tel Aviv on Sunday, where he announced his resignation, Mr. Gantz said the decision was made with a heavy heart. Unfortunately, Mr. Netanyahu is preventing us from approaching the true victory, which is the justification for the painful ongoing crisis, he said. Now, considered by some to be a potential challenger for power in Israel, Mr. Gantz called on Mr. Netanyahu to set a date for elections. Will he? Mr. Netanyahu responded with a post on X, "Benny, this is not a time to quit the campaign. This is the time to join forces." Mr. Gantz is a political rival of Mr. Netanyahu and a former chief of staff of the Israel Defense Forces. His centrist National Unity Party was in opposition until 11th of October 2023 when, after the start of the war following Hamas 7th October attacks, he agreed to form an emergency government with Mr. Netanyahu. National Unity holds 5 posts in the emergency government. Now, current opposition leader Yair Lapid backed Mr. Gantz's decision as important and right on social media. Immediately after the announcement, far-right National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir demanded a place in the war cabinet. Mr. Ben-Gvir is part of a right-wing coalition that has threatened to quit and collapse the government if Israel accepts a ceasefire proposal but put forward by the U.S. President Joe Biden. Okay? I'd rather not touch on the comments there. But hey, Anthony Dedeji, massive good morning once again. I hope you are doing very, very well there as well. And we thank God Nigeria has not happened to you. You are doing well. Okay, just moving on because we've got a couple of stories before we move on to the UK, and then we'll cross over to Cyprus, where our own HR Linda Pallien is to bring you Career 101. Now, interestingly, when Javier Millet was campaigning last year to become the president of Argentina. He brandished a chainsaw to symbolize his determination to substantially cut public spending. Now, 6 months into his right-wing presidency, we want to see how his shock therapy for both the country's government and economy is working. The changes our country needs are drastic. Mr. Miller said shortly after being elected, there is no room for gradualism, and he certainly took strict action in his initial package of measures. He devalued Argentina's currency, the peso, by 50%, slashed state subsidies for fuel, and cut the number of government ministries by half. The quick reduction in public spending has helped Argentina swing from fiscal deficit, the difference between the government spending and income, of 2 trillion pesos or $120 billion in December of last year, to a surplus of 264.9 billion pesos in April. Now, Argentina also reported a surplus in January, February, and March, marking first time it had achieved this monthly target since 2012. However, Mr. Miller, who described himself as a libertarian, has made cutting inflation his main priority, telling some reporters that the most regressive tax that most afflicts people. Inflation has slowed in April. The month-on-month rate fell to 8.8%, the first time since October that it was not in double figures. Now, this inflation measure is closely followed in countries like Argentina that have long had high inflation. Yet, when it comes to the more globally recognized annual inflation rate, this hits 289.4 in April. To put that in perspective, in the UK, the annual rate is currently 2.3%. So he's done good in his own backyard, but when it comes to the international dimension, no, that is not good enough. But listen, it's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. Now, before we bring the program to the first bit, the close and take you to Cyprus. Well, CCTV footage appears to show TV presenter Dr. Michael Mosley disappear from view as he makes his way down a hillside close to where his body was found. BBC has reported a post-mortem examination is due to take place today after the body of Dr. Mosley was found 4 days after he went missing on the Greek island of Simi. It is understood the coroner could not determine from the outset whether Dr. Mosley had fallen because of the condition of the body. The coroner, who has arrived on neighboring island of Rhodes, where the post-mortem will take place, is believed to have ruled out the possibility of any foul play. Dr. Mosley's body was found on a hillside near Agia Marina Beach Bar on Sunday. A footage taken nearby had been told by the BBC had been told that about but not seen is said to show that what appeared to be Dr. Mosley's final moment as he makes his way down the slope before disappearing behind a wall. The 67-year-old father of 4 was reported missing after he left Agios Nikolaos Beach to set off on a walk about 1:30 or 13.30 hours local time. That's 11:30 BST on Wednesday. Now, Greek authorities conducted an extensive search for Dr. Mosley amid high temperatures. His body was found on Sunday as teams were searching the coastline. May his soul rest in perfect peace, because that walk that he embarked on was one that he was never going to return from. But it's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. Now 3 minutes to 12 the time. Let's take one other story from here in the UK before we take a commercial break. And once we come back, I'll be taking you all the way to Cyprus, where HRH Linda Pallien is all ready this morning to fire on all cylinders. The Liberal Democrats leader Ed Davey has launched his party's manifesto in London with a promise to save the NHS. He recalls how caring for his ill mum became his life as a teenager and pledges to tackle the health and care crisis from top to bottom. Now, Davey says all policies in the 116-page manifesto are fully costed. Our experts are pouring through it now and will bring you key lines and analysis. Meanwhile, Labour are pledging to create more than 3,000 nurseries based in primary schools in England. The Conservatives are promising to recruit an extra 8,000 neighbourhood police officers over the next 3 years if re-elected. The Conservative and Labour manifestos are also expected to be published this week. Elsewhere, Douglas Ross has announced he will resign as leader of the Scottish Conservatives. So what happened for him to say he was running for it, but now saying he was going to resign as well? What do you think about all that? More coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Well, some information that was coming through this morning was also saying that Suella Braverman, the former Home Secretary, has said that Conservative Party should embrace who? Nigel Farage. Is it because they are thinking that if they don't and he splits the vote, that is going to be an Armageddon for them? But what do you think? This and a lot more we're going to be looking at during the course of the week. But wherever you are, once again, welcome to the program. This is Starr Radio UK. We're going to take a break, and once we come back, I'll take you to Cyprus, where our own HRH, Linda Pallien, is this morning. So stay tuned, and let's take a break, and I'll be with you. Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London.
Africa is the elite. Africa. Who run things, who run things, who run things. The problem of Africa is the elite. Africa. Who run things, who run things, who run things. Them all go to universities. Universities award them degrees. Big degrees. Degrees. Big degrees. MSc in stealing. Bachelor of Arts.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Masters in looting. MSc in corruption, Bachelor of Science in nepotism, MSc in forgery, Bachelor of Arts in indiscipline, MSc in embezzlement. The problem of Africa is the elite. Africa. Who run things, who run things, who run things. The problem of Africa is Africa. Who run things, who run things, who run things. Some of them went to London London School of Fools, where they were awarded degrees, in foolishness, PhD in stupidity, MSc in foolishness, PhD, dishonest recklessness, back to love us in selfishness.
Okay, welcome back to the program Star Radio UK. Let's now move on straight to Linda all the way in Cyprus, and today we are looking at, go on Linda.
So today we're looking at 13 steps to acing your career. 13 steps to making sure that you have a name for yourself, to making sure that you're progressing in the career that you've chosen, or how to boost it so that you're remembered and irreplaceable.
Okay. So 13 steps to
acing your career.
Acing your career. Okay.
Bossing your career.
Yes, Frank was suggesting maybe you add another one to it, but it just went now. I don't know which one. So he should have waited for you to come up with all your 13 steps, and then you think, oh, we need an additional one. Maybe what he's suggesting, you might have it on. But 13 steps to acing your career. We are going straight to Linda for that. Okay, over to you. What are the steps?
I'm really curious to hear what Frank's suggestion was. I hope that I've got it here, but we'll see.
Yeah. He's listening. So maybe once you enumerate them and he doesn't find his in there, then he's going to tell you which one it is.
Hilarious. Okay. So 13 steps to ace your career, and this is really for those of you who perhaps are struggling to get recognized for what you do or get paid your value or looking to take your business to the next stage. These are some of the things that the top people in your field are doing that is making them stand out, that's making them liked, that's making them remembered. So if you can incorporate even a few of these into your career, you'll see a difference, a noticeable difference in how you're perceived and the credibility that you are afforded when you do these. So the first step we want to talk about is innovative. And this also applies to businesses, by the way. If you've started your own business or you're looking to start something, this is definitely, these steps you could definitely use to distinguish yourself in the marketplace. So the first thing we said was innovative. In a somewhat crowded marketplace, innovation can be anything from what your CV looks like, how you approach someone about wanting a job. You know, we've heard of people who've done very interesting things, you know, whether you've got to review a website for a company to ask for a job, or you've sent flowers, or whatever it is. But being innovative and really bringing something new into the game will really stand you in good stead for your career. If you're applying, be innovative in the way you describe your skills, be innovative in the way you showcase what you can do. Some of these things, I've spoken at length about these in a lot of talks. Some of these things could be the layout of your CV, it could be there was an idea in business as well that I'm trying to get at, but I'll get to it in a minute.
Okay.
It's just slipped my mind. And the second thing is your mindset and the way you approach people. So if you think that you can, you will, and if you think that you can't, you won't. You know, it's always a no if you don't ask. So I really want you to start looking at how do I position myself for success? And that would just be building yourself up in some of the things that you've done in the past. You know, I've been able to do this in my previous job, I can do this here. I don't have the right experience now, but in looking after my kids or whatever I did at home, I've been able to do this. Therefore, this is evidence that I can do this in my work life. In a business, it's coming up with something new and original and exciting. You know, we're talking about innovation that will grab attention and make you indispensable. The third step is strategic thinking. If you're applying for a job, if you're looking to get a promotion, it's not enough just to do what you're told. You've got to do some future planning in terms of your own career progression. What's the next step for you? And maybe start taking steps towards those things, whether it's sharing with your manager some of the experience you'd like to have or some of the trainings you'd like to have, but being strategic in projects you get involved in, even in volunteering, right? Because I was talking to one of my ex-students recently, and she said she started a business as a virtual assistant company. And she said, to begin with, I didn't have experience, but I realized I've been organized all my life. I used to be a treasurer at church and collect the offering, so I used to raise money. And all of that experience I was able to use to convince clients that I can definitely manage their affairs and manage their money. So start, even if it's volunteering, but start collecting evidence that you can use. So be strategic about the things you get involved in. Number 4, quality over quantity. It makes a lot of sense to say I've been able to do one thing and do it properly than a lot of different things, and you didn't do in-depth work into it. If you've been working for a month here, a month there, or I did this project and that project, start looking at how to really get a quality experience, a wholesome experience, and a full experience.
Rolling Stones, Rolling Stones.
Rolling Stones, for sure. Prioritize quality, and especially in the work. If we're talking about this and you're listening to this and you're already in a career, the quality of work that you do in one area, make sure you do it and do it well. A lot of people think, oh, maybe I've got to do all of these tasks, so I'll do this quickly and that. And I'll give an example of one of the assistants I used to have, where when she has tasks, rather than starting one and finishing it, her job was, okay, in the briefing meeting, I'll say, I started working on this, and I started working on that. And before you know, there's a lot of incomplete tasks. You know, I've just done a quick overview of this one. We need to go into detail. I've done a quick overview of that one. And then in the grand scheme of things, you're not helpful to anybody because there's so many unfinished projects that it becomes more stressful than if you'd done one and done it properly. So again, applying it to your particular setting or your particular situation, whether it's a career you're in, whether you're looking to go into a career, if you're applying for jobs, focus on the ones that you really want and do a great application rather than sending the same mediocre application to lots of different people. In a business, it's exactly the same thing. You can't be jack of all trades. Master what you do and do it brilliantly and get known for that. And then you can move on to the next one.
Okay, good.
Number 5, we're talking about creating ideas. Now, being innovative, being a thinker is priceless. You said in the era of AI, in the era of machines and robotics, the one skill that we have over everyone else is your creativity, your ability to generate ideas. So focus on that and showcase them as much as you can, whether it's in your portfolio, whether it's in your resume, whether it's in a podcast you do, whether it's joining a panel discussion, whatever makes sense in your industry, or even in a social media post. But create some of these ideas. And it doesn't matter if they all don't work. They're not supposed to. You just need one idea that works. Right? Most people who've been great inventors have had several products that have just not made it. And then there's the one thing that works. So creating ideas really will stand you in good stead to ace in your career. And then we've got strategic risk taking. Now this is a sensitive one for most people because a lot of people are funny about the word risk. And we have to start getting comfortable with the word because it's a part and parcel of our life. You know, living is a risk, because you're risking dying. Sleeping, you're risking not waking up. Just nature.
I won't sleep. I will open my eyes.
You're not going to stay awake all day and all night. So we really have to embrace that this is a part of life and normalize it as much as possible. But we've said strategic risk taking. So as long as you can show that you've taken a calculated risk, which aligns with what your overall goal, what you're trying to achieve in your career or in your business, then go for it. And when we talk about risk taking, it's maybe applying for a job, having the guts to leave a comfortable job to really go after what you want, or really go ask for that pay rise or promotion, or start that business, whatever it is for you. But do your due diligence, make sure you've covered all the bases, you have an exit strategy, you're asking the right people as well. I can't stress enough, you have to ask the right people. Be careful who you take advice from. Because if you're going to try and buy an airplane, for example, there's no point in asking someone who doesn't own an airplane if they think it's a good idea.
Somebody who owns bikes. Go talk to someone who owns bikes.
They haven't done it before. They might want the best interest at heart, but they're not the best person to ask. Go and ask somebody who's done it before, and exactly the same thing. And it's the same with getting your CV checked by someone in the job.
Yeah.
They got the job, but it doesn't mean they had the best CV.
Yeah, it's true.
Ask someone who does that and specializes in that, and they'll be able to show you maybe where your CV isn't converting.
Yeah.
So really, in terms of risk taking, make sure if you're going to do your due diligence, you're doing it properly to the best of your ability.
Okay.
And then
Linda, hold on. So that listeners, it is Starr Radio UK. It is Career 101 with HRH Linda Pallien all the way in Cyprus. And today we are looking at 13 steps to acing your career. And she's put some of the steps there. You have any comments about it? Feel free, put it on our Facebook page. We'll read them. If not, she'll be putting her contact details once the whole program is over, and then get in touch with her and she will guide you through that. Okay, so stay tuned. She continues from there. Over to you, Linda.
Thank you. So in the 13 steps, we've spoken about being innovative, having the right mindset. We've spoken about having a great strategy to go with what you're trying to achieve, prioritizing quality over quantity, and creating ideas, and risk taking. So that's 6 already. Strategic risk taking. And next step, and 7th step, is building relationships. In every career, in every business, in every vocational project, you're going to be working with people. So it makes sense to understand how people work, what their preferences are, how to build a relationship with them to make it a seamless process. So definitely build the right relationship. If you're looking to get a promotion or pay rise, build the right relationships with the right people who can advise you on how to get that. So whatever your goal is, make sure that the relationship you're building aligns with your goal or furthers you on your journey. If you're looking for fulfillment, relationships with mentees and charity work, whatever it is, that will get you the results you're after. Definitely do that. Number 8 is sustainability. So as we're talking about risk taking, we have to look at, in the long term, how effective or efficient is this idea, practice that I'm doing. Okay, we're looking for something that's long term. So if you think, okay, well, it'll get me results in 2 months, but after that, people might lose interest. A lot of people say, oh, I want to start a vlog, or I want to start a podcast, or I want to do this. But then they don't realize, oh, now I'm on leave, 2 weeks leave, so I've got the time to do it. But when I go to work, or when I start a family, or whatever it is, life also happens. How sustainable is it for me to keep doing it this way? And if not, then maybe every day, coming on a podcast every day isn't feasible, but maybe every week is. So you want to set yourself up for success. It's like building New Year's goals, right? If you say, I'm going to go to the gym every day, and you've never been before, you're setting yourself up for failure. So make it sustainable for you, according to what else is happening in your life, and with your goals, with your career goals. Exactly that. Is it feasible? Is it sustainable for you to become a manager if you've only got 3 years experience and the top manager and be running your own field? Probably not. Or maybe you're going to have to invest X amount of hours or X amount of money or X amount of time. Do you have that realistically? Number 9, advertise. Advertise. And I say that, and a lot of career people are thinking, well, that's for businesses. You have to advertise yourself. Everyone is a product. Everyone is providing a service. So advertising means showing, in your career sense, will be showing what you're capable of, showing what you've already done, but being your own advert of your services and the value you provide. You have to be able to effectively communicate that in a way that people can see the value that you bring to the table. Even if it's volunteer work, you're going to have to either showcase in your portfolio, give some examples, create a brand for yourself and show some brand examples, but really talk about what your successes are, what your wins are, as well as anything else that will help convert someone to give you that pay rise or the promotion, or hire you for their service, or give you the contract, or work with you on a certain project, whatever it is. But definitely advertise. If you're not showing that you're looking for a job, 70% of the jobs are not advertised. How are they supposed to find you? You want to be talking about it to everyone you know. That is advertising yourself as well. Oh, I've just started this new side hustle, and I'm looking. If you know anybody who is looking for this service, please ask them to contact me. But at any given point, you should be advertising your services. Your manager, I've just worked on this project. What I really learned is this, and the best thing is I've been able to add this value, which was above and beyond what I was required. Remind people what you've done, because they're not going to remember it by themselves. You have to be your own cheerleader, right? Number 10, business culture. Okay, so again, for a business, it's really creating that environment, welcoming environment that people will want to work with. For you as an individual in your career, it's part of your brand and your personality and how you work. Whether you're punctual or you're not, whether you're communicative or you're not, whether you think outside of the box or not, but creating that culture around you that people want to be a part of. People want to work with you because of that. People want to engage with you because of that. Will stand you in good stead for advancing your career. If you're a magnetic person that shows that they really care and they can get the job done, naturally everybody will want you as part of their team. So really understanding that you need to build a culture around you, around your business, around your services that adds to your unique proposition, that would really stand you in good stead in being different and standing out and acing your career. And then finally, people, the last 3 steps, people, building relationships. We've spoken about building relationships with people, but also working with the right people. Who you choose to work with or choose to associate with, again, will either enhance your brand or take away from it. So understanding who the right fit of people are for you. And then growth prospects and growing, personal development, professional development. Keep increasing your knowledge, keep perfecting your craft, honing your craft. And again, that will help you to grow your career much quicker. And finally, number 13, which is my favorite, is creating a wow experience. Really with surprises, with going above and beyond, with exceeding expectations. who doesn't want that? Who wouldn't promote that to say, oh, I've employed this person and they started off as this, but they've exceeded all of my expectations and I want them to do more. So in your work, how can you create a wow experience for who you work with? Whether it's your management, whether it's the people that work with you, whether it's the customers, what does a wow experience look like? What would blow their minds? And seek to do that. Because people talk about wow experience. They don't talk about good experiences. They will talk about a very bad experience.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be happy with an okay service. But a wow experience, they'll tell everyone. So how can you be that wow person that everybody wants to work with? And once we've done these 13 things, you're well on your way to acing your career. Even if you do a handful of them, pick a handful of them and go to work on them, it will stand you in good stead in acing your career.
Oh, wow. You have that wow experience. You create that wow what environment for that experience to take place, then I can tell you that you've arrived. But the only way that you can do that is by continuing to listen to HRH Linda Pallien and following her, and then she can hold your hand virtually. Let me put it that way. You have to put in an effort, not that so you're going to be spoon feeding you, no. But she can hold your hand, guide you through all that. She's got books that she's written. We'll come to that in a moment. But Linda, one question that I wanted to find out from, I mean, if we will have to go through the list, it's quite a long one. But when you talk about the creating of a wow experience, now we have people who, especially ladies, who want to maybe get themselves trimmed up in a way that's their image itself. They look more into that than maybe looking at what is going up here or creativity. Now, how do you balance that up?
Definitely. I think actually from a psychology perspective, when people overcompensate, it shows whether it's looks in rather than what's in your brain. It shows a sort of insecurity that you feel like you're not good enough or your knowledge is not good enough, so you need to overcompensate. And people can see through that, you know, and the same with men too. People tend to exaggerate a particular aspect, and usually material stuff, because that's the easiest to show, rather than focusing on how to really showcase the value they bring them, or the value they possess innately. So definitely it's a very good point. Have a look at whether this wow experience is of value to the end user.
Okay.
It's good enough if you're a lady and you're very pretty, but does that add to the customer service role that you're going to be doing, for example? Yes, it'll be nice for people to look at you for the first time, but if you can't pass on the message or you can't take some, they're going to find out. So as well as looking pretty, and obviously image is a huge part of the brand, but make sure that you're the entire package. Otherwise, again, it might take you so far, but so quickly, but bring you back just as quickly. So understand what a wow experience is the whole value, and if you're in doubt if what you're offering is a wow experience, ask the end user, how do you perceive this, and how can I improve on this? What would make you excited?
Wow. Well, I've got my wow, because she holds my hands all the time, guiding me through the journey. But you want to do so, or you want her to help you on that front, we'll go back to Linda. She's going to put her contact details and talk about the book as well, so that people will know about it. I'm very interested in people knowing about the book, because knowledge is power.
So I'm glad you brought that up, and thank you. I'm really, really excited to mention that the career series is out and published right now. So we have we have 3 books in the career series: How to Career, Career Success Tools and the Career Workbook. And How to Career is based on how to choose the career, how to evaluate opportunities that get presented to you, and really how to know what is aligned to you, what I call your natural path to wealth. Because everybody deserves to be wealthy, everybody deserves to earn as much as possible, get the credibility and the fulfillment, importantly, that you need. So How to Career is that Career Success Tools is hands down the most valuable book out there. And I can say that because I know how much value is in that book. It tells you everything about marketing, building your own personal brand. We've been speaking about that. How to showcase that. This is the wow experience we've been talking about. How to deal with people, unconventional ways to approach people. And really, it's if you want to build on your career. So How to Career, you identify it. Career success is building on the career. And it goes on from starting from early careers to being a leader, to go into management, an authority, an influencer in your field, and building a legacy. It's for everybody at any stage of your career. It's available right now on Amazon. If you type in Linda Pallien or Career Success, Linda Pallien Career Success, you'll come up with the book. It's available as an ebook or as a paperback. Definitely recommend the paperback.
Okay.
And then the third book is the Ultimate Career Workbook, and it brings those two together so that you have all in one place a book where you can write all of the steps, interview preparation, prospecting calls, all of the steps, all of the things you're good at. It has a lot of prompts as well. That's the best thing that people say about the book, the prompts to think, oh, okay, what's the objection I'm going to face here? And what am I going to say to it? And it gives you a place to respond to it. And it's a neat and tidy A5 book, so you can take it to any meeting you need. It shows you how to build your brand. It gives you all the steps. It even gives you a decision tree if you should work for free or not. I'm super proud of this book, and I'm really grateful to my team for putting this together. It's amazing.
Wow, listeners, Linda Pallien for you. But your contact details, please.
Absolutely. So you can definitely contact me on my website, lindapallien.com, and you'll find a link to the books there. You can contact me on social media at Linda Pallien, or on my Cheerleader website, or at my Cheerleader as well. And definitely, I would love to hear from you guys. I'm still looking to hear about your career stories. So if you want to be interviewed by me, of course, that builds your brand up as well and showcases it. I've been interviewing people from all over the world, so you get to be a part of this great experience. Definitely contact me any which way: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. I'm there, and I'm there so that you can ask me anything you want.
Linda, let me say thank you very much for this wonderful time with you.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me, as always.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, have a lovely day, and we'll catch up later then.
Thank you. You too.
Well, so that has been HRH Linda Pallien for you, wherever you are this afternoon. It is Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. As we did say, if you have any concerns, questions, or anything, just get in touch with Linda and with the contact details that she put across, and she will help you a great deal. But before we go, let me touch on these announcements quickly, and then we go away. The Lady to Lady conference takes place on the 15th of June, this Saturday. That is the 15th annual Women's Conference 2024, and the theme is Clothed in Grace. Clothed in Grace. The event is taking place at the Fairfield Theatre Concert Hall in Croydon. The postcode is CR9 1DG. Doors open exactly at 10 a.m. Now, for further information, just scan the QR code on the program or visit their website www.ladytoladyglobal.org www.ladytoladyglobal.org, and they will help you out. You can be part of that program greatly. Also performing during the course of that program is Ada Ehi, the renowned gospel artist, a Nigerian renowned and artist Ada Ehi. I love her songs. Yeah, join her and the team will be bringing you that there as well. Also, come 22nd and the 23rd of June, the Faith Revival Assembly presents Free to Worship, and it's featuring Reverend Bruce Gate, aka Uncle Ato, and Minister Ken and Cheska. Also ministering the Faith Revival Assembly Choir and Glorious Temple Choir, Resurrection and Living Bread International Ministries. Yes, the date once again, the 22nd of June from 6 to 9 p.m. and the 23rd, that is Sunday of June, 23rd of June from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. The event is taking place at Broadmead Primary School. The address 366 Sydenham Road, Croydon, the postcode CR02EA. The event is being hosted by Reverend and Lady Reverend Annan. So be there or be squared. All right then. Listeners, this is Starr Radio UK. This is where I bring the program to a close for the day. Tomorrow, God willing, we'll be coming your way with another edition of the morning show. But until then, it's me, Archie, saying, have a top of the day. But let me bring you this tune, a bit of a jazz this afternoon while everything seems calm. Enjoy it, and I'll see you all tomorrow. When that song ends, it's me, Archie, saying, have a top of the day and all the best. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening. 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 Thanks for listening.